Okay, remember, if you're watching my videos, you're promising not to hate me. I'm just the messenger, okay? You said you want truth. Well, here it fucking is. Anyway, here we go. So, fortunately for me, not so fortunate for you, there's so much utter, complete garbage that will make you really fucking stupid if you watch it here. Good for me, not so good for you. I have endless content to create here. So, I'm going to do my own personal take on an influencer answering the question, how will your ex know that you've made any changes during no contact? First, I'm going to tell you what he says. Here we go. Hold on a second here. Let me put my little computer down. I want to read you word for word. He says in the beginning of the video, he acknowledges the other person is going out, having fun, hanging out with their friends, and acknowledges they left because they are no longer attracted. Okay, this is going to be very key for later. Anyway, continue onwards here. He says the only way that they will feel it is when you pull away. Okay, and then he says when you stop chasing them, that's when they're going to magically, the heavens will let them know that you're on to other things and will somehow bring them back to you. He doesn't say that, by the way, but what he says is that's what's going to spark the feelings and emotions in them. He says because when you no longer chase and wonder, it's that curiosity that makes them feel the change. Well, that sounds all well and good and all, but what if they met someone new? What if they met somebody better? Listen, there's so many of you that will never hear from that fucking person ever fucking again. It is what it is. A lot of these people don't give a shit. So what if they meet somebody better? Are they still going to wonder? Probably not. Absolutely not. Listen, they left because they're not attracted to you anymore. They left because the relationship was not worth it anymore. Unless they're fucking bored. Unless they're fucking bored or they find out the grass is not greener, they're not coming back and they don't give a shit and they're not going to wonder. This is a complete lie and it keeps you all in fucking fantasy land. Remember, you promised not to hate me. I'm just here to wake you up here. If they meet somebody better than you, and you're not going to know that because, again, you're in no contact here, they're not going to reach out. They're not going to give a shit. They're never going to reach out to you ever again. Listen, I know I've been coaching for over 10 years, thousands of people. I know from working with people for that many years, and I know even from my own firsthand experience, even if you don't contact them again, even if you move on, sometimes you'll never hear from these people ever again. But some coaches will have you waiting for no contact day number 252. I'm here to give you some real fucking truth here. If they meet somebody they perceive is an upgrade or better, I don't give a shit what you do. You're not going to hear from them again. For them to know that you've bettered yourself, they have to be open to it. And they're not going to be open to it if they believe that they have met somebody that is an upgrade from you. It is what it is. That's why I teach fucking emotional strength things so you can get yourself feeling fucking good regardless. So you can get yourself feeling good knowing that even if you never hear from them again, you can feel great regardless. The worst part about your situation is if you really get the short end of the stick, you bring that disappointment into your next relationship, which makes you less attractive. No one wants to be around a fucking hurt animal. I mean, someone with real self-esteem is not going to want to be around a fucking project, okay? So if you really want to upgrade yourself, you can't get anyone back unless you get yourself back first. That's all emotional strengthening. That's the biggest flaw of all these fucking videos because the people aren't addressing the actual core why you're on this emotional roller coaster. If you didn't feel very good physically, you would go to the gym, you'd work out, you'd lift weights, you'd take a martial arts course. You wouldn't be learning bullshit. You wouldn't be on the counselor's couch and talking to coaches for their fucking advice. You say, I need the fucking workout. I need to strengthen myself. You have to address the same thing here for your emotions. If your emotions keep playing tricks on you and you don't address that, you're going to be back in the same cycle all over again. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Sounds Great, but if I do it, I'm going to completely fuck myself and put myself in emotional purgatory for months or even years. Okay? Anyway, we'll talk soon.